Welcome to the Gadget 360 show, our complete circle around tech, devices, gadgets, gizmos, all the innovation that's coming in. And we'll start with something that really is an innovation in many ways. You know, if you think of TVs, they all look the same. At the end of the day, they're all flat, they're all thin, they all have pretty bad sound. But Samsung thinks with the Serif series, they actually have something where the design element, the style speaks for itself. Therefore, a little bit more premium, but looks dramatically beautiful. Then we'll move on to something else, a smartwatch. They call it the W15. Now, this is a pretty economical watch for you to buy as a smartwatch, but it actually has quite a few good features. Then we'll move on to something which is my favorite story of the week. We all know of UV sanitization, right? A UV light that actually kills all the germs, 99.7, 99.8. Those are the claims that everybody's been making. Philips has come out with something that is completely different. You usually get UV wands or a small little UV box. This is a 30-liter device. That means anything you get delivery from Amazon or Flipkart, your daily groceries that are coming in, you have your keys, you have your phone, anything that you have, once you're out and it comes into your house, you should sanitize it, just put it into the box, press a button, you're done. Now, one of the things is that I've been told it's also good for fruits and vegetables. I'm not so sure if it is, but we will find out in the story. Then we'll move on to some other things that have come about just because of COVID-19. Some anti-germicidal masks, a Detel Pro's very, very economical infrared thermometer, and a whole lot more. Like I said, the perfect circle around technology. Let's start with Gadget 360.
On the show, we have a TV that can double up as art. This is the Serif by Samsung. Tightening your purse strings and looking at a budget smartwatch to track your fitness? We got you covered with QFit today. And we have a new disinfection box by Philips that can sanitize your phone, laptops, and even vegetables. Talking about all things COVID, we have a new antiviral mask and an economical infrared thermometer. All happening on the show today.
Of course, we'll start off with all the news coming in from the world of technology.
HP has launched its latest gaming laptops in India. This includes the HP Omen 15 and HP Pavilion Gaming 16. The Omen 15 comes with a redesigned chassis and a new Omen logo. The Pavilion Gaming 16 has a 16-inch Full HD display and is powered by up to 10th Gen Intel Core i7 processor and up to NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Ti GPU. The Omen 15 starts at 75,999 rupees, while the Pavilion Gaming 16 starts at 59,999 rupees for the AMD model. Facebook Messenger is getting an extra layer of security with a new app lock feature. Users will have to use Face ID or Touch ID to open the app. This is limited to iOS and iPad users for now, but will roll out to Android users in a few months. In a blog post, Facebook also mentioned the company will not store biometric data of users. Facebook is also working on who can call and reach you directly on Messenger and who goes into the requests folder. Lots of new privacy features coming soon on the Messenger app.
Our top story is all about televisions, but it's not about any humdrum, typical, off-the-shelf kind of a television. Televisions have become extremely generic, extremely the kind of thing where one television looks like the other than when you take a look at the brand, which is printed at the bottom or to the side. But Samsung thought very differently when they came up with the Serif series, and they thought style, design, that is going to be the one thing that distinguishes their range of this TVs from everybody else. This looks like an artist's easel. It almost looks like it's been put on that, and you're painting it with all the colors of all the television that you actually watch. But does style actually lead to premium? Is that something people are willing to pay for? That's what we're about to find out in our top series, top story. That is the Samsung Serif.
Adorn your walls with some art. We mean a TV. Samsung is taking a page out of interior design to deck your home with TVs that could double up as art. Samsung launched the Frame this year and also the Serif TV. Both look straight out of a magazine, and Samsung has shown its strong focus on aesthetics with these TVs as well. Today we have the Serif QLED TV to gawk at and take a look at what Samsung has brought to this tall minimalist stand this time. We have the 49-inch variant for review. This one is priced at 1,16,900 rupees. There is a 55-inch variant as well as a smaller 43-inch variant which starts at 83,900 rupees. The 49-inch seems ideal for a small living room. It can be placed on a tabletop or on a tall stand like this. This TV is all about design, so let's talk about that first. Perched on its stand, its unibody sits in the form of the letter I. The design has been created in collaboration with the Parisian design duo Ronin and Erwan Borolek. There is a white frame that surrounds the TV which adds to its charm. It looks pretty minimal, almost like an artist's easel, and it manages to look good from every angle. The top of the frame can house some artifacts too. It's wide enough, plus it can be used to tap an NFC-enabled phone on it to connect to the TV. We'll get to that in just a bit. There's no clutter of wires visible. Everything is tucked behind the TV behind a case covering like this. The Serif will impress those who are looking at a TV to blend into the environment. Coming to the picture quality, this is a 4K QLED TV. QLED does give rich colors and details, and that's what this TV brings. It supports HDR10+, there's a 100% color volume and a quantum processor 4K. The colors really popped on the screen. The Serif upscales all content to 4K on this TV using an AI upscaling technology. And it does a fine job. Dark images are not grainy and image nuances are very clear. Watching the TV from different angles is good too. It doesn't give us dark spots on the edges, which is a big plus. The Serif can also adapt the screen settings to the environment. It maintains optimal brightness and contrast in any kind of setting. We tried this and found it to be pretty comfortable. There is an ambient mode which can be customized to different colors, patterns, and even some art. Of course, the TV has its smarts in place as well. It responds to Alexa or Bixby voice commands. Google Assistant is missing here, but the only good part about having Bixby on this is it won't set off other gadgets in your home. No Google Chromecast inbuilt here, but there is AirPlay to connect to Apple devices. And if you have a phone that is NFC enabled, then your life will be pretty simple, as you just have to tap the phone to connect it to the TV. It is quick and pretty straightforward to use. There's also a multi-view feature on the TV with which you can watch the TV home screen. In terms of sound, there's a single 40-watt speaker and there's an active voice amplifier feature. Once switched on, this can detect noises in the environment and adjust volume levels and clarity in real time. The TV does well on connectivity, and there are USB ports and HDMI ports to choose from in the Samsung One Connect box. The TV runs on Samsung's Tizen OS, and while the home screen doesn't conjure up too much, it does have a few intuitive features. The remote is minimal and has hotkeys for some streaming platforms. All in all, the Serif is a true lifestyle TV. If you are looking at adding some panache to your living room and want a TV that blends in, this will fit your bill. Starting at 83,900 rupees, it is priced on the higher side for a QLED TV. But Samsung Serif offers a lot of features and connectivity to play around with. Overall, it makes for a smart and stylish choice.
Our second story is the QFit W15 from them. This is a more economical smartwatch with very standardized features. It's everything you expect in a smartwatch, but nothing that you really desire over and above. It's got pretty much everything you want, from heartbeat to tracking all your sports and all your fitness and everything else. But you know, smartwatches are starting to evolve to a point where a person now will take that decision. Do I want to spend a little bit more and get it all, or do I want to spend much lesser and get something for 3,000 to 4,000 rupees? Well, this story will make sure your decision-making process is that much easier.
Their first watch looked so much like the Apple Watch and at such a low price that it was hard to miss. We are talking about QFit, an Indian startup that is bringing very premium looking smartwatches to our wrist. They have recently launched the W15 smartwatch that promises the world, but at a very affordable price. This chunky watch right here costs 3,699 rupees. Yes, you heard that right. But before we get sold just by going by its price, it's time to take a look at what it packs in and if it really is value for money. The QFit W15 has a pretty big dial. It doesn't look like a budget watch from any angle. It has a zinc magnesium alloy body that doesn't give it a very plasticky look. This is a touch display with color. The screen size is 1.33 inches, but the glass seems prone to scratches. Outdoors, the visibility is not that great. It is a HD IPS display, and indoors it did just fine. You get the usual smartwatch features in this watch. There's the step tracker, a 24/7 heart rate monitor, SpO2 tracker, a sleep tracker, and even a drink water reminder. There are 15 multi-sports modes like walking, running, cycling, skipping, and sports like badminton and tennis as well. So if you are into sports, this can track the exact sport from the inbuilt modes. Most of the functions can be controlled on the watch interface itself or from the app. The QFit W15 pairs with a Wi-Fit app. The app is free to download on iOS and Android and is pretty basic. If you give the watch access to messages, WhatsApp and calls, you will get notifications, but you won't be able to answer calls or reply from the watch. There are some watch faces that this packs in. It is pretty limited. But QFit does go one step ahead when it comes to the waterproof rating on this watch. It is IP68 rated, which means you can swim with this watch strapped on as well. This is pretty great considering we have seen this only on watches above 11,000 rupees. The QFit W15 is powered by a Nordic chipset. It promises 8 to 10 days of battery, but it gave us around 5 days with the raise to wake feature switched on. There's no inbuilt GPS on this watch, which is understandable at this price point. At 3,699 rupees, if you're looking to get more bang for your buck, you'll be hard pressed to find a better deal than the QFit W15. We can compare it with watches from Amazfit, and it does well with most features a smartwatch user actually uses. The step count is not the most accurate, but the watch does the job for basic fitness tracking. The trade-offs here can be considered to be no varied watch faces, the lack of GPS, and also an always-on display. But it looks great on the wrist and is super responsive as well.
Now let's move on to something that I said right in the beginning is the most interesting story this week, and this is a UV sanitizer, and it uses UV light, ultraviolet light. Now normally you get UV wands and small little UV boxes that you can actually fit in maybe your phone or your car keys. But this is almost a 30-liter box. So if you have a microwave, you'll understand exactly what dimensions I'm talking about. In fact, maybe even larger, because most microwaves used in most common houses in India are about 20 to 25 liters. So this is even bigger. So what happens? Anything that comes into your house, we're all going through a very elaborate process of how we sanitize that particular thing, right? From our fruits and vegetables to our groceries to our packets, everything goes through some process, and we all have evolved our own methodology, right? But this one also states that it's also safe for fruits and vegetables. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not, but our story will tell you all, because if it can actually do that, I think it really is a fantastic product at a very good price point.
We are all feeling the stress around COVID-19. Did I wash my hands after touching that handle? Did I sanitize this packet well enough before opening it? What if the virus is coming into the house from packets or vegetables? Our second guessing knows no end these days. That's why maybe this device can put our mind at ease by disinfecting objects and even vegetables. This is the Philips UVC disinfection system by Signify. It looks a little like a microwave and is heavy like one. But it has a UV lamp inside that can disinfect objects like spectacles, wallet, phone, keys, packages, baby products, and just about anything. This variant that we got is the largest of the lot. This has a capacity of 30 liters. There are smaller 10 and 15 liter variants as well. The price starts at 7,990 rupees for the 10 liter one, and this 30 liter one is priced at 11,990 rupees. The bigger the better here, because this 30 liter one can be used to disinfect larger objects like laptops and even fruits and vegetables. There is a tray that comes, and objects can be loaded onto the tray and put inside the machine. Similar to a microwave, just input the amount of time that the machine should go on for. For large objects, you can do this up to 8 minutes, and if it's just a phone, you can put it for 3 minutes. Once done, the disinfection system beeps and the sparkling clean and disinfected product can be taken out. And don't worry, our phones didn't heat up or the battery in this laptop did not get affected. UV rays only destroy the bacteria on the exposed surface. The machine radiates UV rays, and Signify claims it kills 99.99% of germs. UV rays have a non-chemical approach to disinfecting things and are pretty effective in destroying the DNA of bacteria, viruses and other pathogens. Fruits and vegetables are safe to be kept inside as well. Washing the fruits and vegetables before or after the process is essential as well, as the UV rays will only inactivate the E. coli and listeria. This technology works well for smooth-skinned fruits and vegetables like tomato and brinjal. UV radiation does not affect the chemical or physical composition of the vegetable. There is a glass door on the machine that prevents the UV rays from getting out, and since it can be harmful for human skin and eyes, simply opening the door will automatically cut off the UV lamp. Breathe easy, because Signify partnered with NEIDL at Boston University to come up with a research that validates that UVC light inactivates the virus that causes COVID-19. The machine consumes about 15 to 30 watts of power depending on usage, and Signify says it comes with a 1-year warranty. The disinfection system is easy to clean. Our 30-litre one was not very portable since it's pretty heavy, but if cleaning is constantly on your mind and you want a quick way to put those germs and viruses at bay, then this Philips UVC disinfection system will do well. It's not heavy on the pocket either for UV radiation, but it will take up some space in your house. Whether it is your online shopping, phone, laptop keys or fruits and vegetables, this technology will destroy all those germs on the surfaces before they enter your home, so you can sit back and leave the disinfecting stress to this Philips UVC disinfection box.
Let's take a quick break right now. On the show, when we come back, lots more on Gadget 360. And now we'll move on to COVID-19 and the technology that has come about it, because it's actually got forced out from all the companies and we all are forced to now buy it. First, we'll start with some anti-germicidal masks, which are N95 rated also, but they are anti-germicidal. Then we'll move on to a thermometer, a non-contact thermometer from Detel, one of the most economical ones that you can actually buy.
The health ministry in our country has warned against wearing N95 masks with valves. So we know that won't cut it during these COVID times. But if you are in the market for a mask that looks good and keeps you safe, then check these antiviral masks out. This is from Nirvana Being and they are called Erific masks. They claim to keep out 96% of viruses and bacteria. COVID-19 particles have a diameter of close to 0.12 microns. These masks use nanotechnology to filter particles down to 0.1 microns. Most other masks filter only till around 0.3 microns. It is hard to really test these for ourselves, but Nirvana Being claims 96% efficiency, and they also claim to keep out more than 95% of particulate matter and contaminants. And since we are wearing masks for prolonged periods of time, it is only necessary that they should be breathable. This one is pretty breathable. And you can also choose from different sizes and some fun patterns and color. It is comfortable to wear and it's not too tight and stuffy. The Erific masks might be terrific in keeping COVID-19 at bay, but will burn a 995 rupees hole in your pocket. One thing we know are slightly expensive are infrared thermometers, but they are so convenient to use to take a person's temperature. So if you are stocking up on your COVID care supplies, be sure to look out for this Detel Pro DT09 infrared thermometer. It costs just 999 rupees and does the quick job of taking one's temperature. There are two modes on the thermometer, a body mode and a surface mode. There is a small LED display and there is a 3-color indicator. Place a thermometer around 5 centimeters from a person's forehead and it will give you accurate readings of the body temperature. The thermometer can also record and store up to 32 temperature recordings. And at 999 rupees, this is one of the most economical infrared thermometers we have come across.
That then is the Gadget 360 show for this week, but do remember, as always, great stories coming up. We're planning to do an optics special, cameras and the kind of equipment around it, because at the end of the day, I think phone photography has made all of us experts. It's time to take you to the next level. So we are planning around that. Do tell us what you think, what you'd like us to feature. I'll see you next week right here on the show.